Okay, good to go. Hello, everyone. I am Stu, aka stutxo, aka the Libitbu King. I work at Char Network. Maybe one day you'll find out what that is, and maybe one day I'll also find out. So today we're going to talk about the top 10 epic Pwned Bridge moments in crypto history. All right. What is a bridge? Okay, so a bridge is a structure that is built over a river, road, or railroad to allow people and vehicles to cross from one side to the other. Some examples here. Damn, bro. The bridge rug, no cap. This is a bridge. This is my favorite bridge. Some people, they call it London Bridge, but it's actually Tower Bridge. This is the best picture I could find, and the sky is still grey, so that sums up London. All right, so what actually is a bridge? The Liquid network is a sidechain, and you bridge your Bitcoin to the sidechain. You send the Federation your Bitcoin, and then you ask them nicely if they can give it back to withdraw back to Bitcoin. So that's technically a bridge. This is a Citra is like a new age bridge, I guess. BitVM style bridge, but similar thing. You send them the Bitcoin, and they mint some CBTC on the side chain, and then they control your funds, and then maybe they'll also let you get them out. You could say Fedimint is also a bridge. It's the same thing. You're sending them Bitcoin, and then they're minting eCash, and then they hold the Bitcoin, and then they'll let you get it back, maybe. And I guess like anything with that's a multi-sig is kind of just a bridge. Like Coinbase, they have this distributed multi-sig like MPC stuff to secure their Bitcoin in cold storage. Okay, that's kind of a bridge. They just use SQL as their blockchain, so that's cool. And the biggest Bitcoin bridge, I guess, is WBTC. So it's wrap Bitcoin, which is the same thing. You send your Bitcoin to these guys, BitGo and His Excellency Justin Sun, and then they mint some WBTC and all these other chains on Ethereum. So it's just another multi-sig. Okay, so we're going to go through the top 10 bridge hacks by value, I guess. A lot of these are going to be North Korea, so you can try and guess what ones we're bridging to. The original title of this talk was going to be building bridges to North Korea, but apparently I can't name my talk that. So, okay. So number 10, we got Orbit Bridge, which I'm sure everyone's heard of. This is some random, bridge cross-chain bridge thing. This is we're starting off at a low value of $81 million. Okay. This guy's look like the bridge was hacked. You're going to see a lot of these are going to be like these wrap tokens or and stable coins. I'm guessing stable coins when the bridge gets drained of stable coins, the issuer just says, all right, we don't count that anymore. So sometimes it's not that useful to get these USDT tokens. So this is the CEO saying, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused our community. That's a nice message. And it says their security officer their ex-security officer had changed a firewall policy, which is not great. Let's see who the chief officer in question is. There's this guy. Okay. So now I'm guessing there's not much information about this, but I'm guessing they somehow got a private key by exploiting this firewall thing this guy changed. But then the EVM contracts, this is like a common theme in all our bridge exploits here is they're all using EVM, and EVM is a Turing complete joke, I guess. And they're writing these contracts, and there's bugs in these contracts. So it's very easy to make. I guess when they're writing this code in Solidity, there's lots of bugs that come up. So this bug is just allowed if you had a private key, which I guess they somehow got from the security officer guy, or maybe he got the private key himself. you could just fake that to get to the withdrawal threshold. And also these bridges, the contracts have like limitations, so you can't, it's like, I guess exchanges have these where you can only send like 0.1 Bitcoin a week or something. So they all have this to protect a situation like this. But this function just didn't do that. It just didn't work. So they got wrecked. Okay, so number 9 is Heco bridge. This is a bridge to like one of those exchange networks. The exchange ran by this guy who was mentioned earlier. He holds one of the keys to the biggest bridge in Bitcoin. Okay, so they're trying to figure out what happened here. They're going to do an investigation. Investigation was someone just got a private key. I don't know. They got the private keys and they just drained the bridge. It's like, okay, this is the kind of thing we're dealing with here. Get wrecked. Who was it? Who was it? Okay, this guy again, supposedly. So, okay, number 8 is Harmony Horizon. 100 million. We're up into the triple digits now. So we got this tweet. Harmony team has identified a theft. Okay, and this one, there's a 2 of 5 multisig. The bridge, okay? So you need 2 keys to spend. And it turned out both of these keys were held in the same key management service. So someone was able to, I guess someone working at this company or bridge or whatever, they managed to get the keys and then drain the bridge. So I guess this is a bridge secured by AWS Secret Manager, which didn't go too well. Get wrecked. Okay, and yeah, supposedly this was also this was a North Korean one. Okay, confirmed by the FBI. I don't know how much this. Like, I guess it's not. It's easy to just say North Korea hacked your bridge because it sounds like then you're not. It's not your fault or something. I don't know. Number 7 is multi-chain. This one. Here's their little announcement. They've suspended the use. It's a common theme that they can. This is meant to be some kind of decentralized bridge, but they can just turn the bridge off at any time, apparently. So yeah, this is the amount they got here. They got some USDC, some WBTC, and the team is not sure what happened and is currently investigating. Okay. Turned out that I guess they were needed to investigate themselves because the CEO and his sister got arrested for just rugging the bridge. So that's not good. Get shreked. Okay, this one was not North Korea. So North Korea did not. They didn't get this one. Unlucky. All right, this one is really interesting. This is actually the first one that's actually like a kind of interesting exploit. So 190 million for Nomad. So basically, the attacker could use they could send any message to the bridge that the bridge had never seen for a withdrawal, and then they're allowed to get their funds out. So it's kind of they have all these different chains. They have the home chain, and then you can send these messages get sent around. And then if it was one that these guardians had never seen before, then it kind of acted as if it was valid. So what happened here was they had this function to initialize when a message came in, which committed to some kind of root. And before, this would have been some kind of hash or something. But here in this function, they say, so confirm that, and then whatever the root hash is equals 1. And then later, they updated another contract to pass in, instead of the committed root that got passed in was some hash, they just passed in some zeros, so 0 bytes. So what ended up happening is if it's the first time this software saw the message, the root, you could just pass in a message of your root was 0 bytes, and then it would check this, and it says, all right, committed root is meant to equal 1, so 0 is meant to equal 1, and then it returned time is 1. And then it used this return block.timestamp. So if the message has been seen like after the timestamp, then they know that it's like a new one or something. But obviously, 1 is like the timestamp is always going to be greater than 1 that gets returned. So then this function here, the process function, it checks this the root hash, and then it returns true. So it lets the hacker just take or craft these transactions that can just do whatever they want. So this is it. This is the transaction that lets anyone anywhere, you can submit this to the bridge, and then they can do anything they want. So this was like a very interesting social event that happened, I guess, on crypto Twitter, because you could just copy it, and if you wanted to abuse it, you can just go ahead. So yeah, if everyone exploits the bridge, there's no way they can prosecute us all. So this is going through some of the addresses that stole the most. There's 14 addresses that stole over 2 million. This group, they stole 4 million. This group C, 5 million, and then in total 54 million or so. And they were being all like tracked from chain analysis, I guess. Yeah, but the nice thing is, if you stole some money from the bridge, and you gave it back, they ask you, okay, if you give my money back, we'll give you a nice hat. We'll give you an NFT hat, so you can claim. So obviously everyone flooded, and they just sent their money back to get this little hat, I guess. I don't know. So wrecked, I guess. This picture is probably not that appropriate right now, but anyway. Did Korea, I guess, North Korea, obviously they joined in, because why not? Everyone's joining in. It's fun. So maybe they were group someone here, but yeah, they apparently stole some funds too. Cetus Bridge, the Sioux Bridge, Sioux. These guys, this is recent. This is like this year, so this is a good one, I guess. They obviously haven't learned anything from the last like 5 years, but yeah, this is a library level vulnerability. So they were checking for like an overflow, and they used the wrong like threshold, I guess. So yeah, they would overflow the value, and someone did this, so they ended up sending 1 token into the bridge, and then they went to withdraw their token, and they could just withdraw everything. So that's kind of dumb. Yeah, wrecked. And this was not North Korea, unfortunately, for them. I mean, fortunately, I don't know. Okay, wormhole. This one's like a famous one, I think. 300 million we're up to now. They've taken the network down for maintenance. And then the next tweet is, we've been exploited for 120,000 Ethereum. Okay. So this is actually like a Solana exploit. So it's a bridge from Ethereum to Solana. And they left this little message on Ethereum. I guess it's kind of like their version of a not return. We noticed we're able to exploit Solana. We'd like, present you a bug bounty of 10 million, and then they'll tell them give the funds back, I guess. So what happened here was, I guess there's the bridge requires these like verified action approvals to happen, or like messages to happen. So someone generated like a fake one of these and sent it to the bridge. And on Solana, they need to verify the Guardian signatures using SecP 256K program, but there's no native program on like Solana, I guess. So they have the program in these instruction sets, which is they have like an account on the Solana, and it has their Guardians and the SecP 256K program in it. So they just call that from their bridge contracts. So what this guy was meant to do, the problem here was when they called this load instruction set, it didn't check like the source or like an account which like where the contract belonged to. So someone was able to create
the exact any contract they want and just pass in the address that was that this needs to reference, and then it loaded their program into the bridge withdrawal function. So this guy made this account, and then he was able to call this function with his arbitrary program, which let him withdraw with his keys, basically. This was the fix. So instead of doing loading this way, they updated it to actually check the check ID here, or the account that their bridge was meant to be running. So yeah, correct. Not North Korea again. Not North Korea. Unlucky. Okay, so now we're getting some serious money. 586 million. Binance. Everyone's heard of Binance. They have their own chain, of course. And yeah, they found irregular activity. They found. So yeah, an exploit on the BSC token hub, which I think before they had their token on Ethereum, and then they made their own chain because obviously they wanted to make some money. So then you had to swap from Ethereum to their chain with some weird stuff. I guess this is kind of where the 4 meme came from. Funds are Seifu. So this is a decentralized bridge. There's 44 validators, which is that's a lot of validators. And somehow they all managed to shut down the bridge at the exact same time and coordinate to comply with Binance, which is very handy for Binance. Suspicious. Yeah, so this is kind of like maybe like a BitVM-ish attack. Okay, this is the one that kind of replicates the BitVM bridge a little bit, but they were able to register themselves as a token hub relayer. Which I guess is like an operator of this bridge thing for 100 BNB. And then now that they're like an official relayer, they can operate the bridge and participate in bridge stuff. So they were able to find a vulnerability in the proof program used by the bridge. And then because they're one of these trusted people now, they were able to, create a transaction or a message that exploited this verification bug, which is similar maybe to how they use this outdated block height. In BitVM, when you're verifying these contracts, you pass in the transaction to prove that something happened, and you pass in a block hash array, so from this block hash to the next block hash to verify your transaction was included in the middle. So it's not exactly like it, but it just reminded me of maybe something to think about for the BitVM boys. And then what happened next? This is the other thing with these bridges. They have these DAOs. So it was the DAO can now decide what to do with the funds. Do they burn it or do they do this? But this is Binance's chain, so I don't think the DAO. I don't think you have much of a chance if we've got $10 of BNB or whatever to vote. But yeah, they got wrecked. Not in North Korea. Also, it's weird. A lot of these hacks, because they're just minting these random tokens, they're centralized, so they just freeze them. So a lot of them, the hackers, they get stuck. They can't they have these tokens, and then the I don't know, the stablecoin owners or the tokens, they just freeze or burn the Bitcoin or roll back the chain. So yeah, okay, this is the best one, Poly Network. So, dear users, we'd like to inform you that Pwned Network is temporarily suspended. Okay, so there's another one that just took down the network. Okay, so this is a flashy number, I guess. This is 42 billion. But because this hack let people just mint random tokens, they could inflate all these tokens, and then there's no one's going to buy them. So they just had $42 billion worth of assets just sitting there. So this one's kind of interesting, or maybe, I don't know. But they have, in their bridge software, they have a function that takes in the public key like ID. And there was another function that anyone could call that let you try and like return this public key. So you put in some bytes, and then it returned the public key of the bridge. And obviously they're the only ones that know this like these bytes that give them the right public key. And this was it. This was the string that they used to mint $42 billion worth of assets. So yeah, they'd pass it in here. You can see two-call contract. This method here, this is what they just had to pass this. Maybe this is like a fuzzing thing. It would have called this. I don't know. But anyway, they just pass this into method, and then it returns the 32 bytes that they need to enter into this function, which set the conkeeper's PK bytes to what they like the expected one. And then here, when they're using this cross-chain data like function to like withdraw from the bridge, it was referencing the conkeeper's PK bytes, so they could just do whatever they want. Yeah, and the cool thing about, well, I don't know if it's cool, but this one, the hacker just decided to confess to everything. So this is this site you can go to and just see all the like correspondence between him and the bridge operators. But yeah, this one gets fun. This is like Q&A. Why hacking for fun? Why Poly Network? Cross-chain hacking is hot. That's true. And yeah, I won't go through all of this. This is like just fun to read, I guess. But yeah, this guy was having fun at least. And these are the like correspondence between a hacker and the network. So I don't know if I've got time, but it'd be cool I could go. We could get someone up here, and you could be Poly Network. I could be White Hacker, but we won't do that. But yeah, so he's. It would have been a billion hack if I'd removed the remaining shitcoins. Did I just save the project? Not so interested in money. Now considering returning some tokens or just leaving them there. I guess this is the point where he realized he can't actually sell all the stuff he's hacked because everyone's freezing all his stuff. Everyone's all the exchanges are blocking his accounts and stuff. So now he's like, oh, what if I make a new token and let the DAO decide where the tokens go? Okay, so now he's trying to get the community involved. And at this point, people are messaging. This is all on chain, so it's all on Etherscan. And people have realized this is happening, so they're sending the hacker messages, like begging for money, and then he would just mint coins and just send them like millions of dollars to like, random people who are asking for it. So yeah, it goes on. Oh, it's not good. There you go. Okay, he's ready to return the funds. It's already a legendary to win so much fortune. He will be an eternal legend to save the world. I made the decision. No more DAO. Okay, so we cancelled the DAO. Here he's refunding some. He's refunded $100. That's nice of him. They're like, you're moving. I guess they're trying to be nice to him here. You're moving things in the right direction. And then he has this donate. I guess he was trying to get some real funds. Donate to him. Dumping shitcoins first. I think they're all shitcoins, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, just dumped all the assets on BSC. I don't use email. Fuck Poly Hacker. This is an interesting email address here. What that's about. Then the Poly network is so unreliable. For many times I thought I'd sent the transaction, but it vanished. That sums up Ethereum, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, this is him talking to the beggars. Hello, beggars. Why not ask for money from the Poly market wallet, Poly multi-sig wallet instead? Then he's just corresponding with the noobs, which is funny. And then some more stuff. And then at the end, this all happened. And he decided to send all the money back because I guess all the exchanges were freezing things. He couldn't really do much. He had his fun. So yeah, he ended up just returning the money. So I guess that's lucky for them. But yeah, they got wrecked. Is this the famous Mr. White Hat? Potentially, I don't know, but not confirmed. Yeah. All right, this is the biggest one. This is the biggest bridge hack in crypto history, I guess. Ronin bridge. So there has been a security breach on the Ronin network. Okay. What happened this time? This one is annoying. I was trying to research what happened, and then I go to the Ronin validator alert, page not found. Okay. Audit details. All right, I'll go to the audit. Page not found. Cool. But I did eventually find out what happened. The bridge was exploited on 23rd of March. And it took 7 days for anyone to notice that all the money had gone from the bridge. Because I guess no one was trying to withdraw. And then some guy he was like, oh, I'll try and withdraw. And realized that there was no money left to withdraw. So what happened was a Ronin employee was compromised, a phishing attack, apparently. Ronin, there's 9 of these validators that can sign things for the bridge. They run 4 of them, and the attacker got the four of the keys. Okay, so they need 1 more to spend from the bridge. So the attacker had found a really bad vulnerability in the 5th node, which is run by ACATE DAO. Does anyone know what ACATE Infinity is? Yeah, it's like a crypto game. Which you could employ people from the Philippines to work on your crypto farm as little creatures. I don't know. But yeah, they ran this. They were the biggest user of the bridge. This is the whole reason the bridge kind of existed, I think. But yeah, so you need 1 more key. You already have 4 keys. You need 1 more. So the vulnerability was that if you have the 4 keys, you can sign on behalf of ACATE's validator. So if you had 4 keys, then you had 5 keys, and then you can spend. This was based because previously they updated. It wasn't like this, but then they had to update something in 2021, which introduced this feature. And yeah, they got wrecked. Which I don't know how they could think that was a good idea, but yeah. But luckily, their new bridge design has a contingency plan to increase the security by halting large suspicious withdrawals. So I guess they're all good now. But yeah, this is the game. This is how $600 million worth. This is why they got hacked. So yeah, looks fun, I guess. And yeah, this was who was playing the game, I guess. He got all the money. He was the employee who got socially engineered. So a big win for North Korea. Okay, so that's the top 10. But let's see how can you avoid getting your bridge rugged. So you can have any code changes, or you can have request you to say fuck King Jong-un in the pull request. That might help. Or if you're interviewing someone, you have to get them to say this. That could help. Don't run a bridge is a good way to not get hacked. Wait for BitVM 10. Maybe that could help. Or list some trade-offs. People need to know what to expect with these bridges. It's like most of these are just multi-sigs, and they're marketed as these fancy cross-chain things, but they're not. So summary is 3 billion lost in those 10 hacks, and it's still not finished. This tweet was a couple of weeks ago. Another bridge got hacked, and yeah, it's just a never-ending story, I guess. So what does it mean for Bitcoin bridges? Well, you think that all of the examples I give is pretty obvious that no one would ever do this in Bitcoin. Because we're Bitcoiners, we appreciate security more. We're very much more due diligent in what we're looking at and what we're doing. But yeah, so is it a skill issue? I don't know, because we had some close calls in the past with some Bitcoin native bridges. Notably, this one in Liquid. The Liquid Federation is 11 out of 15, so you need 11 signers to run the bridge. And there was a vulnerability discovered which after a certain time, as like an emergency feature, the bridge signers after a time lock went down to 2 out of 3. And the idea was once it reaches the time lock, it refreshes and then it starts the time lock again. But what happened was instead of refreshing before it ended, the time lock refreshed after. So there was a brief moment where the bridge went down to a 2 or 3 multi-sig, which was completely controlled by Blockstream. I mean, nothing happened, no funds were lost, but there was, I think it's 40 minutes where there was 870 Bitcoin that could have been, that Blockstream could have just taken for their own, or someone, or an employee, or something like that. So yeah, this was fixed and it wasn't never exploited, but it just shows that even Bitcoiners can make these mistakes. And there was Citria launched their bridge a few weeks ago. Chainway Labs is the company that runs Citria, and there was a pretty bad vulnerability found about a week after their bridge launched. And no funds were taken. It's all good, but yeah, it's not a good look. We just saw there's so much history of Bitcoin bridges or Ethereum bridges and all these crypto bridges and what could go wrong. And then we're kind of doing a similar stuff now on Bitcoin, which is not great. But it wasn't exploited. But yeah, it was a vulnerability in their our EVM is there. It's like a Rust EVM implementation. And their sidechain is an EVM sidechain, so they just had a misunderstanding of how this EIP worked. And yeah, it could just let people just send funds, and then they would never, their wallet balance would just never update, so they just keep sending the same funds forever, which is pretty bad. But luckily, or not luckily, Citria have a backup very similar to the Blockstream time lock backup, like emergency backup multi-sig. They have one in their bridge, but there's no time lock. It's just you can do it whenever. But it's for cases like this. If there was a bug in the bridge, they can update the contract. They can do what they need to do. So yeah, I'm not sure what the threshold is, how big the council is, but it's just another multi-sig. So it's cool. They have BitVM2. They have all this cool stuff going on. But in reality, they kind of have this weird security council, which is just like all the bridges we've seen in the past. So yeah, but we can give them the benefit of the doubt maybe because they're trying things, but I don't know. So do covenants fix this? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get any covenant stuff. They certainly can increase security assumptions in BitVM, which is the main bridge that's now being built on Bitcoin. So, yeah. Hopefully, we get a covenant opcode, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But there is some interesting things happening in BitVM world. I guess this might be BitVM 5 right now, so we've got 5 more versions to go. But there's this Bino hash thing that Robin dropped the other day, which removes the need for these light clients. So in some of our examples, you've seen these light client things that are like verifying events that happened on Bitcoin or happened on like EVM and the other chains. This invention can help remove the trust assumptions. So I guess if we want a real Bitcoin bridge with, to be as safe as possible, maybe we need a bit more time, a bit more research to actually build one that would meet the standards of a Bitcoin sidechain or layer 2. Yeah. And so in conclusion, let's activate drive chains. Thank you. That's it. Any questions?
It's not so much of a question, it's more an advertisement. Stratum V2 talk will happen very soon in the other room. After this is done, please come.
Yes, please go to that. Okay. Thank you. Oh, you have a question. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, from your perspective, like, is there hope? Like, one pessimistic takeaway from this would be that, like, all of these attempts are just kind of a fool's errand because we've learned how the systems kind of work. Do you think that there is redemption, or?
Well, we just have to, hope Robin Linus saves us, I guess. Comes up with some other few cool things. But yeah, I guess maybe like the roll up future of Bitcoin might introduce some interesting trade-offs that are more clear and less trust on these like kind of centralized multi-sigs. Because a lot of the examples we saw, there's like no way, like if you were designing a bridge, it's like obvious that this is like easily exploited. And obviously the market don't seem to care that much until something goes wrong. But for Bitcoiners, yeah, I guess there is hope, maybe. We'll see what happens.
Was the drive chain slide a joke, or were you serious?
Maybe. Yeah. Well, drive chain is a bridge, but you just trust the miners as the custodians. So maybe that's the answer. Who knows? But it's kind of just a joke.
I want to say thank you for the great talk. Just would like to ask if the slides will be available. I'd like to look closer at code pieces to examine how exactly this exploit were implemented.
Yeah, I'll tweet them out or something. You can find my Twitter is stutxo, stutxo. Yeah. stutxo. Yeah, I'll tweet them or something. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Very insightful.
Thank you. All right.